You know, we should be collecting memories all year long, but there's just something about a summer memory that sticks with you. So I wanted to ask all of our guests today about their favorite summer memories. Where were you? Were you at the beach, at the lake, a pool, somewhere else entirely? Tell us all about it and why it sticks with you. Colin and Justin, I'm starting with you.
Well, do you know what, Tracy? My very, very first memory takes me back to when I was a little boy and I went to the Arcachon Basin, which is a couple of hours from Bordeaux. I'm bilingual. I love the French language, and it was because of that regular trip to France that I made every year from a tiny age that I learned to speak a language that I've grown to absolutely love. And when I talk French, I remember all of those things growing up on holiday, meeting so many new people, and just developing into the person I am.
You know, I remember being 7 years old. I was staying in my aunt's caravan in her trailer. It was in Scotland. And it was on a hilltop overlooking the Firth of Clyde, which is the river that eventually ends up in Glasgow. It was 4 a.m. in the morning, it was raining, and you could hear it rattling off the caravan. I could hear this noise. So I opened up the window and I just listened to the rain hitting off the glass, and I looked out over the mist over the water, and at that moment a submarine was coming up the water to go to the American submarine base up there on one of the locks. And I remember I was just awestruck. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was my moment. I was 7 years old in the middle of the night, and it was perfection.
Oh my goodness, you never know what moment is going to take over and it's really just going to stick with you. So, très bien. Love them both. Okay, Mr. Lambie, when you look back, what is your favorite summer memory? Where were you and what was happening?
You know what? I have a new one that has trumped everything. So it's fairly recent. It's about 4 years ago. It was the first time my girlfriend and I traveled with our kids together to Jamaica, and it's so clear in my head. We were on the beach and we were just watching them run with the waves, like really having so much fun. It's walking into the water, running out and getting knocked out to the waves, and I was videotaping it, and it was silhouetted. It was beautiful how innocent and simple it was, and it lasted maybe 2 hours of just watching and hearing the kids laughing in the water. So that's really what I'm longing for, to repeat, get on a plane and get to a beach.
I think it's really lovely, though, when you can sort of key in to a moment like that because of the way it makes you feel, and have a way of continuing to tap into that moment so that you can continue to feel that way. Like, I think that is actually a beautiful thing. And I remember being in the waves with my kids so many times, not thinking about my body in a bikini, not thinking about what's happening with my hair, but just thinking about the joy of that moment and their faces and their little bodies. So I think that that is so beautiful. Renee, how about you? Your favorite summer moment or memory, and where were you at the time?
Well, you said it. You can key into those memories. And one of the wines that I actually brought with me today keys into my favorite summer memory. It's the Narei Cellars Rosé, and it smells like raspberries. And it takes me back to when I was a kid and we used to go raspberry picking every summer. It'd just be this beautiful windy day and you'd end up with these big fresh bushels of raspberries. And every time it takes me back to that.
Ooh, I love that. When food or drink can take you back to a specific moment in time, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. So I feel like, you know, we've been so lucky to have so many great summers abroad in Portugal and Sicily, in the south of France, and all of these amazing places. But I'm not taking you there. I'm taking you back to Annie Joan. Now, Annie Joan is sort of known as, like in the West Indian community, we have like courtesy aunts and uncles. They're not related to us. In fact, Annie Joan is white, but I thought she was my aunt by blood. She was my babysitter. And in the summer, she would took on like about 6 of us kids. And this is in the 80s, you know, I was young. And 3 days a week, we went to go swim in the Butlers pool. So the Butlers lived on their street. And 2 days a week, she got all of our parents to buy us season passes to Canada's Wonderland, an amusement park here just north of Toronto. 2 days a week, we go to Canada's Wonderland. Best summer ever. I tried like every single ride at Canada's Wonderland. I was best friends with her daughter. We got to swim in the Butlers pool. It was the most innocent summer, and it was like an incredible summer memory. So you don't have to be in the south of France. You can have a gorgeous time in your neighborhood with your aunties and uncles and your courtesy cousins. It's all about being in the moment and remembering that really good, innocent time. So thanks so much for sharing your stories, everyone. I'm just so excited for summer. I live for this time of year. It's so fleeting, so grab onto it, people. Eat the ice cream, drink the rosé, have all your meals outside. Just enjoy it. Thanks for sharing your stories.